របស់ពុទ្ធជនអនរិយមិនមែនជារបស់អរិយបុគ្គលទេអនាថសញ្ញតោមិនប្រកបដោយប្រយោជន៍ឡើយយោចាយ៉ាងអត្តកលមថានយោកោធនាដែលប្រកបសេចក្តីលំបាកដល់ខ្លួនទៅខោជាហេតុនាំឲ្យលំបាកកាយទទេអនរិយមិនមែនជារបស់អរិយបុគ្គលទេអនាថសញ្ញតោមិនប្រកបដោយប្រយោជន៍ឡើយអេតេខោភិក្ខវេឧបោអន្តេអនុបត្តិមមៃជេមេបដិបតិតថាគតេនអភិសម្ផត
I would like to pay my homage to the triple gem, the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. Again, my deep respect to Venerable Mahasangha and greeting all friends in Dhamma around the globe. I am Kunthia live from Phnom Penh, and today I am a moderator for the Dhammika discussion. Welcome to Dhammika Live Dhamma Santana program. Before we begin our program, I would like to inform all of you that this program is brought to you by the Dhammika Life Foundation, led by Venerable Sokthevi, who currently reside at Wat Khmer, Hawaii State, USA. And this program purposefully aims to propagate the Buddha teaching in the both language, Khmer and English. Yes, this program is normally we broadcast at 9 p.m. In Cambodian time. So this program will bring you the purpose like to disseminate the Buddhism local and internationally, and to bring the attention to essence of the Buddha teaching that is applicable to daily life in society and especially among the youth. And the program is to promote peaceful and mindful living through ethics, concentration, and wisdom. So today we will be very pleased to present you the interesting topic. Our topic today is Issā, jealousy in Khmer, Issā. So it is such a great topic that it will be everyone experience about this state of mind, and we also want to discuss more what is the Issā and what is the root cause of this Issā or jealousy, and how we eradicate with this jealousy. And we will discuss more with the two venerable today as our guest speaker. So I would like to introduce you about our privileged guest to discuss our topic today. So first is Venerable Sophapanya Soratha. I would like to pay my respect to Venerable, who is currently residing at Yangon, Myanmar. Pante is a principal in charge of English program and Dhamma in English program at Metta Buddhist International School, Pope Crown Monastery. Pante also learned the Buddha Dhamma study in Myanmar. And also Pante also have a class Buddhism in English level 3 also of the Dhammika Academy Institute, and also teach in the class Abhidhamma in English also. I am also his student. So the next speaker is Venerable Peng Kam Hong. So I would like to pay my respect to Venerable. So Venerable Kam Hong is residing at Wat Phom Thmei in Kandal Province. Venerable is a third-year student at Institute of Foreign Languages, IFL, and currently a teacher at Wat Phom Thmei Buddhist Primary School. So maybe people waiting for our discussion. So I would like to begin our discussion by asking the question. So a moment we talk about the topic Issā. So I would like to hear from the speaker to define what is the Issā mean, what is the jealousy mean. So I would like to hear from Pante Sopyak Panyao. Please, Pante, what is the Issā mean?
Okay, you get my voice, Nhu?
Yes, clearly, Tien.
Okay.
Go ahead.
My homage to the Triple Gym, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. My highly respect to Venerable Mahasangha and Venerable Kumhong present here, and also my best regard to Nyom Hin Kuntia here as the moderator. The first time to see you today. I'm very happy to be here with you and also to be here again with this important program, Dhammika Life, Dhammika Sandhana. Today we have the very important topic to learn, to study, that is in Pali we say Issā, in Sanskrit we say Rischa, in English we say jealousy or envy, in Khmer Chronai. So what does it mean by Issā, jealousy or envy? You know, it is the state of the inner mind, of course. It is the mental state that the state in the mind. If we say ultimately, it is the state in the mind. But if we say conventionally, it happened, it exists in the society, it exists in the workplace, it exists in the, in the society, in the workplace, or something like that. So what we mean by Issā, that is, the characteristic of Issā is being jealous, being envious with other success, being dissatisfaction with other success, well-being, and position. The function is not to forbear, to tolerate, not to forbear, not to tolerate with others' achievement, accomplishment, or success. Its manifestation is not to appreciate, not to appreciate, not to satisfy with other success, with other possession, with other happiness. And its proximate cause is other possession, is others' accomplishment. Whenever they, obtain gain, obtain respect, praise, or happiness, achievement, or they got championship for their battle, for their competition. So one who not get the championship, not get the they not won the championship, he jealous, being envious to them. So the state of the mind that stay latent in the mind is being envious, not satisfied, not tolerate. You cannot tolerate. You cannot, appreciate with others' success. It happened in the workplace. It happened in the society when the other, obtain respect, happiness, or praise, and then you think that the gain or the happiness should belong to you, not others, but it belongs to others. So you feel dissatisfied, you feel dissatisfaction with that. So this is the meaning of jealousy or Issā. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Venerable, for the definition of the Issā. So, Venerable Kumhong, would you like to add anything related to the word Issā? Please, Tien.
I would like to pay my homage to the Triple Gym, Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha for, in short, and my highly respect to Venerable Saktivi, the founder of this program, and all venerables around the world, and especially Venerable Sorata, who are present here, and also warm regard to Nyom Kuntia and technical teams and all members in this program.
Also, best regard to all viewers who are watching this live show, this live stream. Yeah, and as you have known that the topic today is about jealousy. That obviously we all know the word jealousy, and all human beings, not only venerable, both venerable, you all have the jealousy in mind. All the people have jealousy in mind because it is the state of mind that human being exists, and that is the mental state of human. So the definition and the meaning that is elaborated by Venerable Saurata, yeah, meaningful, yeah, acceptable and understandable. You can understand this, and I think naturally, I just want to simplify jealousy into simple way. It is a state of mind that when you are not happy, you're not happy to see other people goodness, to see other people's achievement, to see other people success. You are not happy with that, and you get something wrong in your mind that you don't want you don't want to say congratulations to them. That is the jealousy. That is the jealousy. Simple way like this. Yeah, for me, that's all.
Thank you, Venerable. Thank you so much for both Venerable to give the insight, the word Issā or jealousy. It's really interesting that when we say that it is something wrong with the mind, so people will recognize by their own that what is Issā happen to anyone. When listen to the definition that Pante give a moment, I feel that it is also in me. I feel that sometimes I'm not happy. Maybe we have a very in the mind that it is jealousy why we are not happy with when people success. So this state of mind is count in the defilement too. So I would like also ask about the root cause of it. Why the jealousy or Issā is happening. So let's hear from Venerable Ratha. Please, Jen.
Okay.
What is the root cause of or the consequence of the jealousy?
Okay. Thank you so much. The root cause and the consequence of Issā, no? Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, Issā is the state of mind ultimately, but conventionally we say it happened in the society, it happened in the workplace, it happened in the competition when, for example, when they compete with each other, the other side, on one side, we do not want others to get championship because you alone you want that. You don't want to share that championship to the other partner, so that because you have the state of a pride or conceit to yourself, and you cling to it. Pride, you may be pride with pride or conceit with wealth, conceit with education, morality, or beauty, something like that. You think you alone beautiful, you alone has the morality, and the others should respect you, should honor you or something like that, and you alone have a good education. You got bachelor degree, MA degree, or PhD degree, and then the others should respect you, or honor you or something like that, and you alone, you are the richer, so that you cling to what is possessed, belong to you, property, money, education, morality, something, and then you compare with each other. The other person not like me, the other person not as rich as me, not well educated as me, so that it result from comparison between group and group, between people and people, so that in the competition, when the others fight you, when the other partner kick you, so that you are envious, you are jealous to them. This is the the root cause, or the condition of Issā, because you too cling to yourself, you too cling to your superiority, so that the respect, the gain or praise or happiness should belong to you, not others. When the other possess that, you envious or you jealous them, and it result to harmful cruelty, slander, and it lead to woeful state as well. But in daily life, if one possessed or one let jealousy, that is the anger, or hatred, it is grouped in dosa mula citta, in hatred rooted consciousness, also group with that. So it led to harmful, it led to cruelty and slander. You may disutilize between group and group because of you jealous with others, and then you slander others, and you say to other people that that person is not good, the position is not suitable to him, or something like that. The respect, the honor is not suitable to him, so that you slander between group and group, and then it leads to cruelty, it leads to harmful. You may in the competition, when you think that the others may treat you in that championship, you may hire other to destroy him or her. In a true incident reported in the magazine or newspaper, it is in the women's ice skating competition in USA. The current title holder became jealous to another skater. This revival being better qualified poses that treat her, that her quality is so high, so that he may treat her in the competition, so that the championship hired someone to break her leg, so the other partner cannot join the competition. So jealousy lead to harmful, lead to cruelty. You may harm others, you may destroy others because of jealousy, because it is anger, it is hatred. You don't want others to achieve, you don't want others to gain that happiness, to gain that position. So you slander, you separate between group and group by your slandering speech, something like that. So these are the root cause of Issā and the consequence of Issā. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pante, for the very clear explain about the root cause and the consequence of the jealousy. So I would like to hear also from Venerable Kim Hong. Would you like to add anything about the root cause and the consequence of jealousy, please?
Yes, thank you so much for giving me the floor. The additional idea for the explanation from Venerable Soratha, Pante Soratha. The root cause of the jealousy. Obviously, if you look at the Akusala Citta, the 14s of Akusala Citta, jealousy is one of them. Jealousy is one of them. Issā is one of them. So the root cause of Issā, the root cause of jealousy is from greed, from lobha, from lobha, from greed, greed, being greedy. So when people are greedy, it leads to selfish. It leads to selfish. When people selfish, people think of themselves too much. Yes, think of themselves too much. when the people are selfish, they are not balanced. They are not balanced. They are biased. They are biased, and they are biased to one side. I mean that when someone more successful than them, yeah, and they always get jealous. They always get jealous. For example, like in working place, as the college, they're working together as the partner, as as a partner in working place. And when the boss appreciates one person, appreciate one side, if there are two people, and when the boss appreciate one and another one is not, the second one will be jealous. Yeah, will be jealous. They don't congratulate, they don't appreciate, admire the goodness, admire the achievement of someone, because they're working together. Why it's not me? Why it's not me? So they selfish. They don't open-minded. They are not open-minded, and they don't open their mind. They don't open their mind to the world. They don't accept their reality that human being living in this world have different state of situation of achievement. Like sometimes we cannot achieve something that we are not suitable for, and we are not we are not suitable like this. So people try to collect and to make themselves better than other people, to think that I am the best, I am better. Why I'm not? Why I'm not in that situation? Why that person? So get jealousy at that time. Jealousy at that time. Why people always be jealous to other people, with other people? Because human being always look at themselves as important as possible. Like they look much more on themselves, their goodness, their achievement, their success, yeah, and their fame, their honor, their well-being, wealth, and something like this. When people point to other people, we point like this, and one finger straight to the front, and the three finger turn back to themselves. People try to appreciate themselves, themselves, rather than congratulate others. To see other mistakes without any seeing the three mistakes of them. Yeah, and they always glorify themselves like a human being, keep themselves in the good position, and they just like God. They have no mistake. Yeah, everything must be theirs. That's why the people get jealous with each other, because they don't accept that. They don't want to live with the people that are better than them. Yeah, and when they see the people appreciate the one who near you, who get nearby, or the one and glorify the one nearby, promote the one nearby, they will get jealous. They will get jealous, and this will lead to consequences, many consequences in their life. Yeah, especially there are two parts that I just want to mention in these consequences. The first one is themselves. The first one is you yourself. You yourself. That when you get jealous, you yourself, because mine is not with others. Mine is in you. Mine is in your life. When you get jealous, it's just like a fire that you live with a fire so hot, so hard. You cannot live in a peaceful situation, peaceful place. Although you live in a room, with air conditioner, 5, 10 air conditioner, and you get jealous with someone, you fire, you're suffering, you're painful in your mind. You're painful in your mind. That's why the first consequence is in you, that you yourself are difficult, is tough. Sometimes it can be affect to your mental health, and also lead to the physical health as well. Physical health as well, because in the Dhamma we can, when the people get jealous, it always tend to anger. Like Venerable Saratha said at the moment, dosa mulicit. So it also come from that. So when people get jealous, it tend to anger. They're angry. They are not happy with that problem, with that thing, with the position, with the success of someone. That's why they're angry. So, when they're angry, the Buddha also mentioned that when someone angry, that person is stupid. That person is crazy. That in Bali language we call Gao Tomatagao, Chut Prupang. So that is also stupid, that is also stupid. It just like when it leads to the stupid situation, it can affect your consciousness, your mental health. It can affect to that. When it's not in operation time, you cannot see it well, but when you get older, you can see it. Some people, when they're jealous, when they get older, they don't, stingy, very stingy people, and they are not good. Although they're elders, but the attitude, the behavior, just like it is not regarded as the good person, is kind person. Because of why? Because they always obtain the jealousy in mind from young people, from young age. That's why if we get to consciousness, sometimes we can lose our memory, affects our mind like this. And the second consequence that I want to mention, I want to justify, is the connection, the relationship between people and people living around you. Not for the one who you don't know, but the one who you know. Yeah, because you get jealous to the one you know. If you don't know, you get not jealous. I never get jealous with other people outside the world, the alien, the something like this. So I know when I know the people, that I also get jealous before. But after we move into the monkhood, we learn a lot about kindness. We learn a lot about loving kindness, about compassion. So yeah, and we have a lot of monks. So this is the a good state of mind that can lead people, that can lead us to be mindful, to be thoughtful, yeah, something like this. So we can lose connection with other people. Like when you get jealous, it become you will become the fake person. Yeah, fake person. I mean that you just smile to people outside, by your appearance, but inside is like a fire that you want to kill, or you're just like the enemy, is something like this. So yes, one day the reality will expose out into the real world, that will be lose connection, yeah, between those people. And yeah, that's all for my ideas.
Thank you, Pante. So interesting what you have been mentioned about the jealousy or Issā, and also give the example. So the root cause, actually, the both Pante Saratha and Pante Kumhong also mentioned about the cling to the oneself. I mean, they really attach too much to themselves, so they proud of themselves. When they see other is also progress or also get achievement, they feel something not happy anymore. That's why it is also the cause that they are not happy. And also I just would like to make clear that Issā, normally it is a group of dosa. And also, it's what is the link of Lopek to a moment that Pante said about the greed. So why is the greeding is also related to the jealousy, which is jealousy, or which is Issā, is a group of dosa. So can I hear from Venerable Saratha, please?
Okay, thank you so much. According to causal relation, cause dosa can lead to lopa, greed, and also greed can lead to dosa as well, because of excessive greed attached to oneself, attached to happiness belong to self, attached to position belong to oneself, and then you don't want the other possession, the other possession or the other position, or happiness belong to others, and then you do not satisfy, you do not appreciate when others possess that, because you are tied to that. And also when the others obtain that success, that achievement, and then you also want, you also need that. So because of that, because of excessive greed, and you want that, you may commit slandering. For example, in the company or in the workplace, you may say something bad about the other partner, the other person. You inform to the boss, say something trickly, play trick to him or her, behind his or her back. That person is not good. That person is not good. They, I think in the society exists a lot of these factors, a lot of this problem. When they do not want the position belong to others. So because you want that position belong to you, so that you commit trickery, something like that to others, and then you try to reveal that that person is not suitable to that position, to that title, so that this is my idea that my point of view that greed can be the result to can condition dosa to arise, or hatred to arise, and hatred can be the reason, the condition for greed to arise. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pante. So it's so interesting about when we talk about Issā. Normally, when I hear the explanation from both Pante, I also remind me about the past experience. So Issā or jealousy is when it's happening, it's burn one cell. It means like Pante said about that. It is like a fire. First, it's fire burn inside us, and when the consequence come out, it's like we will experience a bad experience that what we have been done to somebody, like we said fact or we said not true about that, but about someone that we feel jealous that this position should not be her or him, should be like should be me to be that position. So the consequence is we will have a problem in the workplace, in like we face with the problem like the way we treat this one to other. It is really it should be afraid of the consequence before we like when we feel that the mind is really very down in the jealousy. It need to be clear, otherwise it will be like it's when it's fire inside, and then it can be burned outside, and we will make the other people lose the benefit because of our fake, like a fake news or fake we do a tricky, we tell somebody wrong about that person. So yes, it is really awful. It is really a bad effect to the people's life. So so I would like to hear also that we our discussion is around 35 minutes already about the Issā or jealousy. So people in listening also can comment or ask question to the our speaker also. So I would like also to hear how to eradicate. Now is jealousy is inside. everyone, little or more, maybe people hold with that feeling. Somebody is strong and somebody is less. It depends on their how to control their mind, or to train their mind, or to train their thinking about, oh, it is jealousy, it is not good, something like that. So I would like to hear from Phante Kumhong how to eradicate the jealousy.
Yes, definitely. Jealousy. I have maybe last year I created one video related to jealousy as well, but it's just a short video. Yeah, short video, and I see the comments from viewers, yeah, from friends as well, that they really appreciate this topic because it exists, normally in people's mind. Yeah, people's mind. Sometimes in monks' mind, if there are two monks that they are the Dharma talker, in they always give sermons in the ceremony, and yeah, when one is famous, when one is more famous, yeah, you can be jealous as well. So yeah, but that is simple, that is simple, nothing special. It's simple. It is a simple state of mind, but it's not simple when we have it. It's not simple when we have it. So how to eradicate? How to? We cannot now. Now that I am the speaker, and also the viewer now cannot cease. Now cannot cut off the jealousy, but we can eradicate. We can eliminate. Reduce. Cut down some part of jealousy in our life, in our daily life. It happens, but we have the mental state, we have the consciousness to to prohibit, to cease, to stop the jealousy immediately, spontaneously. There is one as you know, that there are four Brahmavihara. There are four of them. You can see one is special for eradicate the jealousy, is mudita, sympathetic joy. Yeah, sympathetic joy is the opposite. Is the opposite of jealousy. When you don't want to be jealous of someone, you can gain, you can strengthen, reinforce these sympathetics of joys in your life. How to do it? In order to have sympathetic in your life, sympathetic joys in your life, in Bali we call mudita. For someone who know that metta, karana, mudita, upekha. So mudita, or sympathetic joys, is something refers to the state of mind as well, that you are happy with someone's goodness, with someone's life, with someone's achievement. Yeah, that when you are happy to those people, when you're happy to the people around you, that they get something special in their life, you are happy like this. This is the mudita. This is the sympathetic joys. In life, we were born in this world not too long. Life is too short. Life is too short. So in order to live happily, in order to live peacefully, please don't get jealous of other people. Try to be happy. Not try to be happy inside, but try to say it out. Try to do it. Try to conduct it. Try to show your appreciation to people. Not just saying, not just happy in mind. Just say congratulations, sister, brother. Sometimes, not only in working place, in everywhere, in everywhere, in your home, in your working place, in your school, everywhere that you meet people, try to be happy, to look at the people in the good way. You try to look at the people in a good way, in the good situation that you know, when you think like this every day, you keep doing like this, you keep multiplying your mind like this, that one day jealousy will automatically disappear in your mind. Sometimes you will feel happy unconditionally. You will be happy unintentionally, unconsciously. It's not really happy spontaneously because of why? Because we train. You train. You shape yourself to eliminate the jealousy in your mind. That's why we will be happy. Uh, Non-jealous people will be happy. Will be happy. Will live happily, although they are not showing happy face. They are not wearing. They do not. They do not wear a smiling face. They do not wear a happy face. But they are peaceful. They are peaceful. They live happily. Uh, they're quiet. They're quiet. They're quiet. They're simple. They're simple. They don't treat other people badly. They don't do bad to other people. Just good minds and good position and live happily like this, and the world will be happy as well when we happy from one to one like this. Yeah, that's all. Venerable Sorata, please add.
Yeah, thank you, Pante. Exactly that non-jealousy is a happy person. Yes, so interesting to hear that. Actually, when the jealousy is happened, it's like we make ourselves not happy. So yeah, it is really naturally that people destroy themselves rather than love themselves. When people love themselves, they will not feel the jealousy to other. So let's hear from Venerable Sarata about how to eradicate the jealousy from the mind, from the citta. Please, Pante.
Okay, thank you so much. Venerable Toy already mentioned about the exit of, of Issā or jealousy. This is actually, of course, mudita or appreciative joy, sympathetic joy is the direct, the main opposing force, opposing factors to the Issā or jealousy. We need to find the exit with mudita. Because as we mentioned that Issā is the mental state. Whoever that have not educated, trained his mind well, that the unwholesome state will, exist, will happen in his mind. Even a teacher, of course, a teacher has a problem with this. This happened with, one of my classmates. Some of her college, try to insult her, maybe because they jealous of her. Work for education, of course, they are teacher, but they still cannot control themselves, cannot, train themselves with this unwholesome state, unwholesome mind. This is just like Venerable Kum Hong said, it is like a fire that burns you. If a place got fire, we need to find an exit. An exit is mudita, jealousy. The other point we can develop your spiritual development. We can, of course, we can try to understand about the law of karma, of course. The superiority and inferiority because of karma. Karma differentiate one to be superior and inferior. By karma, one is purified. By his karma, one is defiled. Purity and impurity depend on oneself. Cannot one, other can, there is no one can purify another. No one can purify another. So the superiority and inferiority depend on oneself, belong to oneself, belong to one's own karma, belong to one's own, action, of course, volitional actions. If you work hard, if you accumulate good deed, so that you gain happiness, so that you gain championship, so that you gain respect, you gain honor, you gain praise, or you gain, any achievement or accomplishment, because you work hard, you try hard, because you try to study, because you try to work so that your boss, your leader, or your manager may appoint you to be with this title, with that title, because your action, because uh, your action, the accumulation of good deed, of meritorious deed, is conducive to happiness, and the accumulation of unwholesome deed is conducive to pain, is conducive to failure, to suffering, of course. If you accumulate good deed, good action, effort, so it's conducive to happiness, conducive to success, achievement. So if you accumulate bad action, just try to slander other, try to play trickery act to others, so that you accumulate failure. Not only failure in this life, but also failure in the next life. Also, it is you accumulate the unwholesome karma, unwholesome action, sankhara. That is what we call volitional formation, or sankhara, from one birth to another. So that you need to find an exit, to learn from the wise, to listen to the teaching of the Buddha, and to have the wise attention. Whenever you see to the others got championship, the others get happiness in their family, you need to think of yourself that why they get that success, why they get that championship. If you see clearly about the law of karma, the law of action, cause and effect, you will not jealous of others. You will not jealous or be envious of others, because you understand that the position, the title is suitable to him, because he worked hard, because he tried to make the business or investment better, so that he should be successful, he should be accomplished to that position or to that business. So that if you understand the law of karma, the law of cause and effect, you can develop your spiritual development, spiritual cultivation toward that. As Venerable Kum Hong mentioned about the exit for the jealousy is is mudita. It is the kind of meditation subject for those who practice meditation. If you have the hateful temperament, hateful characters, so that you can practice this kind of meditation. The 4 element table, metta, karuna, mudita, upekha, so that you can find an exit to chase or to get away out of the jealousy and for cruelty or hatred or something like that. Hatred is opposed to metta, metta is opposed to hatred or cruelty, and harmful, hansa or harmful cruelty is opposed to karuna, that is the compassion. Compassion is opposing factors to vihansa or cruelty, and this jealousy is opposite with mudita. If you want to cultivate mudita, you have to focus on those who successful or accomplished. You focus on him or her. Those who get the title, who get the position, who gain respect, who gain happiness, you jealous with him, with her at the other day. So that if you want to cultivate mudita, you need to focus. Try to focus your mind to him or her, to those who accomplish with his business or with his championship. And then you try to recollect with this attitude. May they never lost their fortune. May they, be forever happy. May they be forever successful. So you should recollect with this attitude again and again until your mind got, become one pointedness. It is one of the meditation subject. You recollect, you hold that attitude, hold that recollection. May they never lost their good fortune. May they be forever happy. May they be forever successful to that person you chased at the other day. So that you try to reflect it, try to contemplate it, this kind of attitude, and then until your mind got, one pointedness, your mind, clear with that. So that next time jealousy cannot appear in your mind and preventing you to speaking positively to that person. Whenever last time before you contemplate them, contemplate a mudita, you may say something bad in front of your boss about that person. That person is not good. That person is not suitable to the position. But when you contemplate mudita, you understand the law of karma, the law of cause and effect. So you may next time you may speak positively to him, to the boss, or that person is suitable to that position. So that mudita is the direct exit for the Issā or jealousy. That's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bhante. So very insight. Listen to the explanation from both Bhante. I learned that we need to train. It means that something is not happen by its own. It need to train our mind or to train our citta. So I also have find out that when Bhante explain about how to eradicate the jealousy, I come up like some people they do a diagnosis to know that what is exactly that make him or her not happy. So somehow we need to analyze that it is jealousy. It's jealousy happen. So when exactly that jealousy happens, so the tool that we need to fight against the jealousy is mudita, like Bhante mentioned about the mudita. It's like the state of mind that it is really to eradicate the jealousy or Issā. So I heard also about how to do it. Like one practice about the meditation is also one tip to clear the mind, to make it stay, to make it now it need to be stay with one thing, that it is away from the jealousy, so focus on other thing. So jealousy, it might come again and again, but it will be less, the speed is less. It's not like strong like before. So so it is really interesting to give the tip or the key or advice to the people who really not happy with the jealousy. Actually, they don't know when the jealousy come appear, but when we are not happy, we should analyze our minds. What is exactly make us unhappy? It is because that we are not happy with other that we know, or close friend or close colleague, that they are better than us. Or it is like Bhante said earlier in the program, that we are jealous to the people who we know very clear. So some people that we don't know, we don't feel any jealous, but we really feel jealous with our friend at work, at a neighbor, or maybe at our classroom also, that we are feel jealous that they are better than, or they get a great score than, something like that. So Yes, so our program is almost end. So I would like to hear the last message from both speakers. So let's hear from Venerable Kim Hong first, and later from Phante Saratha.
Okay, thank you, Nhom Kunthia. My last message. Do you want to know my effective practice of the jealousy?
Sure.
One way that, one simple way, one simple way that viewer, all people here and Nhom Sray, can perpetrate it, can practice it. You can sit down in a quiet place, like it's kind of doing meditation, and just sit down in a quiet place, and we know the air, the breeze, and after that, you should recite. You should tell yourself again and again, ahang stopitao how mi natukao. សូមឲ្យខ្ញុំបានសុខរួចផុតពីទុក្ខសូមឲ្យសពសត្វទាំងអស់បានសុខរួចផុតពីទុក្ខ Do it every day. Every day, try to do it softly. Try to speak it softly. Ahang stopitao how mi natukao. សូមឲ្យខ្ញុំបានសុខរួចផុតពីទុក្ខសូមឲ្យសពសត្វទាំងអស់បានសុខរួចផុតពីទុក្ខ Try to do it every day. Try to do it every day before you go to sleep. Although you're in bed and you can do it. You can do it. Just memorize it. Just show it. Just express it softly, slowly, and you concentrate to that word that will, reduce and eradicate the anger, eradicate the jealousy in your mind as well. And the last message is learn to be happy to see people goodness, to see people in improvement, and learn to say congratulations to them as well. And that's all for my last message.
Thank you. So Phante Saratha, please, last message.
Okay. Thank you so much. My last message would be we try to content with what we have. Whether what we have is small, the position we possess is small, the happiness we possess is small, but we have to content, to satisfy with what we have. And we earn more, we try more, we try to gain more happiness, more possession in the righteous way, in lawful way. Lawful means so that not to break the rule, not to break the precept to gain position. That is the law of life, the prosperous life. We need to live lawfully, righteously, and then we content with what we have. Not try to see others' possession, whether they are greater than us, because their accumulation, because of their effort, because of their job. So you don't see the others. If you see the others, they're superior than you try to appreciate them, try to radiate a sympathetic joy to them, and to yourself, you content with what you have. This is my last word. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Phante. It's really very helpful and very meaningful words for the last word that provided by both Phante. I learned a lot that before or every day we can practice like ahang soketao how mi natokao. It is really word that we drink the cool drink to ourselves. It's like we try to make free from suffering from us, because we are suffer. When we are suffer, it means that we have the jealousy in mind. It is suffer already. So it is really good to make it like a daily practice or daily remind to make that now we feel free. Now we are not suffer. So the jealousy is far away. It is not close to us, or it is not happen to us. And also Pante also mentioned about the not compare and live in righteously, and also remind about the law of karma, because people do and then they get what they have done. It is not something that happen. It's not without reason. So people need to create by themselves and feel happy with what they have, not to compare to other that, oh, they good and I'm not good and something like that. We have different good. We are not the same good. So it is the end of the program. So I before we end our program, I would like to share the merit from this Dhamma Santana to all living being in the world of the universe, and may all being happy and peaceful without jealousy. So once again, thank you so much for Pante, for both Pante to join our show, our live show, and also to share the experience and also knowledge about Dhamma, which every people should take it into account in minute to make it into the life, not only the theory or not only something written in the book, but bring it to the oneself, to how to make it beautiful living. And also I would like to express my sincere thanks to Dhammika Live team, like a founder, director, advisor, and also technical team like Bupka today. She always with us with the live broadcast. And it is a very great team that we make the program possible today. So the last that we would like to end our program, we will spend a moment with practicing a Metta Bhavana, which is the loving kindness. That this is the last tip for everyone to far away from the jealousy. So this Metta Bhavana will instructed by Pante Kasapa Honkamra. So thank you and goodbye, and our Metta meditation is begin. Thank you, Pante. Kena berkon lo Justin. Berkon lo Justin.
Hello everyone. Let us practice loving friendliness meditation for oneself. Self-loving friendliness meditation is the first section of Metta meditation. Self-loving friendliness meditation is designed to direct you to happily take care of yourself, to honestly forgive yourself, to truly accept yourself without conditions. Before starting, please find a very comfortable posture. Close your eyes, relax your head, your shoulders, your arms, and your entire body. Please slowly take a very deep breath 3 times. When it is done, let your breath flow as naturally as it does. Observe your breath without judgment, reactions, and criticism. Just merely Observe it as the way it is while you are listening to my Pali Metta chanting. Aham Now, please create a very tender smile on your face. Visualize your happy and smiling face. You are very happy person with smiling face. Please keep smiling with honest heart, because you are going to bless yourself. Please be aware of the phrases which I am going to recite, and let yourself honestly feel the real meanings of the phrases. May I be well and happy. May I be free from hatred. May I be free from ill will. May I be free from anger. May I be free from physical and mental sufferings. May I take care of myself happily. May I take care of myself happily. May I take care of myself happily. Now, take your right hand and place it on your chest, and you can mentally repeat after me. In this home, we are family. We live under the same shelter, so we must be kind to each other, be compassionate to each other, be friendly to each other, help each other, respect one another. Be happy every day. Keep smiling with honest heart. Be grateful. Be positive. Forgive even when it's really hard. Before open your eyes, please take again a very deep breath 3 times. Thank you. May you be well and happy.